Okay, gonna do brake pad replacement on a 2020 Aston Martin Vantage. Let's do the rear ones. I'm not worried about the e-brake because it doesn't need it, so we're not gonna worry about that one right now. But when it does need it, we'll do a video on that one too. So let's get started. First step on the, according to Aston Martin Tech manual, is make sure you pull the cap off of the brake fluid reservoir, and then you come over and you're going to want to remove your brake pad wear sensor. Let me see if I can get it out. Don't pull on it too much because that wire will come out of there. Okay, there's our brake pad sensor. If you can see, let's see here. Try to get in a little closer. Got a little piece in there. Gonna make sure that doesn't fall out. So I'm fairly certain that's important. Okay, so we're gonna get this wear sensor out of the way. Get it tucked up. You want to remove this lower retaining pin first. And it doesn't take much. Just kind of push in there, get it started, and then you're gonna have to put a little bit of pressure on this pad retaining clip. A little bit of elbow grease comes out. Now we'll loosen up tension there. Same thing for the upper pin. Just push it on out. Put a little tension on there. Top one comes out a whole lot easier once that bottom one's out. There's that one. And there's your clip. Clip goes in. It's got a little retainer at the bottom. Actually, I think it's both the same way. They're both the same either way. Maybe it's the front one that's a little different. Okay, now you've got your pads. Just gonna slide the rear one out first. And they'll just come out. Just slide them straight out. That's one pad, that's the factory Pajid. Then we're gonna get our replacements, and I'm using the Porterfields. They are AP 1165 R4S. These are our rears. I've already coated the back with some ceramic parts, brake parts lubricant. So, and now we're gonna slide this one in. There you go. That one's in. Now let's take this one out. The outer pad. Our Porterfield. There we go. And you'll make sure you got your little holes lined up for your pins. If the pads aren't in the right spot, it'll make it a little bit of a pain. get it back in there. So that you just start your pin in, get your retaining clip, and I'll get the top one in first. It goes in fairly easy. The bottom one is the one that you're going to have a little bit of tension on. So we'll get it started. And tap it with a little hammer. Get it on in there. And we'll tap the upper one. Okay, now that your pins are in, shouldn't have to bleed as long as you follow the steps. Probably do a bleed video later as far as just doing an entire fluid swap. Okay, the wear pad sensor, we're gonna slip it right back in. Groove right there, like so. Make sure it's seated in, and then your little wire will go through this little retaining hole right here, retaining groove. All right, now let's do the front brakes. Front brakes, our reservoir cap is off. We've got our pad sensor off. This one is seen better days, so we'll have to order a replacement for that. Haven't gotten any error messages, so have to order that. And pretty much, other than you have a retaining bolt here, I think this is just a pad retaining bolt. You still have the same pins and the retaining clip here, spring clip. So we're going to remove the bottom pin first. Might need to get a little persuasion in here with this one. There we go. See if I can release a little bit of tension from it. There's that. And we're going to get that pin out. Same thing for the top. That little clip will come on out after that, and top pin comes out pretty easy once you have that one undone. That's a 13 millimeter, the back side of the rotor here. A little bolt, slide out. Now we're just on to our pads. So let's do the back one first. We'll pull the back pad out. Just good old Brimbos. I don't really need to replace them. I still got quite a bit of pad on there, but if you own a Vantage, you'll know that the factory pads squeal like a stuck pig. You can get rid of it and it eventually comes right back. So everybody has high praise for the Porterfields, so that's what we're doing. We're going to get those out of the way. We're going to be using The Porterfield AP 1990 R4S. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get these Porterfields, and I'm going to put some ceramic brake paste on the back of the pads, just in case, you know, they never had any issues with the Porterfields. So but I always like to put a little ceramic paste in there just to keep the noise down. So I'm going to do that right now. Okay, rear pad is out. We've got our new pads, our Porterfields, covered with some ceramic brake grease just for vibrations, just in case. It's gonna slip in there that way. Now let's get our front pad out. Old Brembo Pajid. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Does it really matter? Right, there's our front pad. And we're gonna get our retaining bolt put back in. Beat it in from the front. $13mm. I have to come back and torque this. It's 30 Newton meters torquing on this, and I don't have my torque wrench handy, but I will do it before I get the wheel put back on. Now we're gonna put our, let's see here, here we go. Let's try it this way. There we go. Okay, there's that pin there. And now we're gonna have to put a little pressure. Feed this one from the back. Get that one a little bit of hope. Hit that till it flushed. Get the top one. Flushed. Now our pad wear sensor. Get it in here. Make sure my copper's in there, and it is. And then our little retaining groove there. That's it. There's your front brakes.